Hello, I'm Lucy from Bookshanks and I'm here today to review Cold Storage by David Koepp. Cold Storage by David Koepp, recommended to me by one of our viewers. I'm really sorry, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Mark, Flippy Dippy. Was it you? I tried to find it in the comments and I couldn't, but if you give me a recommendation, I'm going to check it out. I promise. This is evidence. And boy, am I glad that I did. Because I wouldn't have found this book, I don't think, if it wasn't recommended to me. And that's because it doesn't seem to be getting much hype in the UK. My perception is, over in the US, it's getting a lot more coverage. It is it's the first novel by David Koepp, who is a screenwriter, famously of Jurassic Park, Mission Impossible, Spider-Man, all sorts of things you have definitely seen. So I kind of thought, this is a man who knows how to tell a story, isn't it? This is a man who knows how to write. I am up for having a try. Also, it was kind of pitched, in the UK at least, as a thriller. So I was like, yeah, chilling end of the world terror. Infected with wicked humour. I don't know why I'm just reading you comments off the cover. You can do that yourselves, can't you? Anyway, I kind of felt like it was pitched as a thriller. But when I was reading it, I was like, this is kind of actually horror. In my mind, it's just horror. Look, horror face. Horror face. That's what it was. I mean, goodness me, this is not a novel to read while you're eating. I was both horrified and terrified and thoroughly entertained all at the same time. It follows, what does it follow? It is the story of fungus. It is the story of an absolutely horrendous fungus that, my goodness me guys, you do not want to encounter. It is created accidentally in the middle of the Australian outback and proceeds to wipe out an entire town. The Americans come along and they drop a nuclear bomb on it, and that is the end of that. It was a very small town, not too many people noticed. But of course, because this is Hollywood, I'm calling it Hollywood because he's a Hollywood screenwriter, and that is what this book is, pure Hollywood. They take a sample, they take a little tiny sample of this fungus, and they put it in a super secure unit. They case it in lead and they bury it in a bunker under the ground, somewhere so safe and so secret that pretty much everyone in the entire world forgets it's there. And then they build a self-storage unit over the top of it at ground level. Look, I'm grinning because it was just so much fun. Yeah, everyone just forgets it's there until 30 years later, when it all goes horribly wrong. And basically, the future of mankind ends up in the hands of these two utterly fabulous and utterly unqualified security guards at the self-storage unit. We have got Naomi, a single mum who's working nights as a security guard while she goes to veterinary school in the day. She's fabulous. She's made some questionable choices in her life, which she readily admits, but she's trying to do good now and stay on the straight and narrow. The other person trying to stay on the straight and narrow is Tea Cake, the fabulously named Tea Cake, an ex-con who's been gifted this job straight out of prison and is desperate to keep it. And they are the security guards on the night shift when the fungus pretty much breaks free. They are aided, as the story progresses, by Roberto Diaz, who once worked for the government but now is very old, very retired, has a very bad back, and is not really suitable to fix the fungus alone. But you know, he's gonna have a go anyway with the help of these two. And it's just a totally rollicking good day out. Utterly horrifying. I mean, I was reading it like this. Oh God, he's going to explode. Yeah, if you're not into exploding people and other people standing there wiping goo off themselves, probably not the novel for you. But it's so good. And I reckon one reason why it's exceptionally good, obviously other than the fact that this guy knows how to tell a story and spin a yarn, is because the characters have so much warmth and empathy and they're just so much fun, and I was genuinely rooting for them, particularly Tea Cake. I mean, I did not want him to get fungused in any way, shape or form. I did not want him to be a goner. I wanted him to save the world and save himself. And he might have done, I'm not going to tell you that, but it was really good. There was something a little bit Stephen King about it, I guess, obviously in the horror bit, but also I think in the humour that ran through it, because there is so much, you know, warmth and humour despite the absolutely hideous circumstances. And yeah, just liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. There was a passage with a deer and a cat that just made me snort. It made me proper snort out loud. I loved it. There was, you know, it's all wrapped up, I guess, as well in science, that to the untrained and willing eye, you know, it's perfectly plausible. I did buy it. There was, I mean, I guess maybe a little bit at the beginning, an action by someone who really should have known better, that wasn't entirely believable. But then had she known better, had she acted on the fact that she really should have known better, there wouldn't have been a book. So, you know, we've got to let that one slide. Everyone makes mistakes. But yeah, I could just about buy all the science because I wanted to, I guess. And sometimes that's what you've got to do, isn't it, really? And, you know, it was just about real world enough that, you know, you feel the horror, you feel the terror. It could have been real. You know, might have already happened for all we know. They covered it up pretty well. So, Cold Storage by David Koepp. If you are of a strong constitution, you don't mind exploding people, you're not going to be checking your bread for fungus forevermore, I probably am, then yeah, this is a really fun read. Definitely give it a go. Thank you very much to Flippy Dippy for recommending it if it was you. If it wasn't you, I'm really sorry, the person who I can't find. There you go. Have fun reading, you guys. Hope you're having a lovely week. Please do talk to me, and I'll see you soon.